Only reason this whole thing got started, before she filed the lawsuit, she just went to the California Human Rights Office, is because she clearly cooperated with the New York Times to leak the whole thing. Time and time again, she accuses him of doing something, which then when you hear the full context is an absolute nothing burger. What does she have to fear if she's telling the truth?
Hollywood is no stranger to drama, but this time, it's a courtroom battle that has everyone talking. Actress Blake Lively, known for her roles in Gossip Girl and A Simple Favor, is facing serious accusations that are turning her career upside down. At the center of the storm is filmmaker and actor Justin Baldoni, best known for Jane the Virgin. But things took an even crazier turn when Megyn Kelly, a former news anchor, stepped in to reveal some shocking truths. This legal fight is not just about one person's word against another's. It's a full-blown war, with text messages, behind-the-scenes footage, and receipts that could change everything. Did Blake lie? Is she trying to control the narrative? Or is she really a victim in all of this? Let's break it all down. Blake Lively's explosive courtroom meltdown. It all started when Blake Lively accused Justin Baldoni of serious misconduct on the set of their upcoming movie. She claimed that during the filming of a silent montage scene, Justin got too close, whispered something inappropriate, and then crossed a major line. Blake said that the moment made her extremely uncomfortable, and that it was completely unprofessional. Her accusations shook Hollywood. Fans were divided. Some believed Blake, while others felt there was more to the story. And that's when Megyn Kelly stepped in. The well-known journalist wasn't about to let this story go unnoticed. Megyn Kelly made it her mission to expose every single lie Blake had allegedly told. She started digging into court records, leaked footage, and text messages. And what she found was shocking. Blake Lively had a total meltdown in court. Witnesses described the scene as intense, saying Blake was visibly upset as she faced evidence that completely changed the case. Megyn Kelly was relentless, showing footage that challenged Blake's version of events. The once polished and composed actress was now scrambling for answers, struggling to defend her side of the story. But what was so shocking about the footage? TMZ releases the bombshell video. Just when things couldn't get any messier, TMZ dropped a video that turned everything upside down. The footage showed Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni filming the very scene that she had complained about, but instead of proving her claims, the video did the exact opposite. In the leaked footage, Blake and Justin were seen laughing, flirting, and acting completely normal. The chemistry was strong, but it was clear they were both in on it. There was no sign of discomfort, no hesitation, no awkwardness, no moment where Blake seemed disturbed. It was all part of the scene. For many, this was the moment when Blake's case started falling apart. If she was uncomfortable, why did the footage show her smiling and engaging? Why didn't she pull away? Why did she seem completely fine while filming? This wasn't just a misunderstanding. This was cold, hard evidence. Justin's defense team wasted no time pointing this out. They argued that the video proved Blake was lying about what happened on set. They claimed she twisted the truth and exaggerated events to paint herself as the victim. Suddenly, the case wasn't just about a serious accusation. It became a battle for the truth, with Hollywood watching every single move. Behind-the-scenes texts, a different story emerges. But if the video wasn't shocking enough, what came next left everyone speechless. As part of the legal battle, private text messages between Blake and Justin were leaked, revealing a completely different side of the story. According to these messages, Blake was actually the one who initiated conversations with Justin. The texts were described as flirty, playful, and even suggestive. Some of the messages included, "These messages made people question everything. If Blake was uncomfortable, why was she texting Justin like this? Why was she joking around with him?" Even Megyn Kelly pointed out the contradictions. She argued that Blake was trying to control the public's perception by making herself look like the victim. But these texts suggested otherwise. At this point, the court case was spiraling into chaos. Blake was being forced to explain why her texts didn't match her accusations, and Justin was fighting back harder than ever. Blake's accusations versus the truth. With all of this evidence coming to light, people started questioning Blake's credibility. Megyn Kelly and Justin's legal team didn't hold back in calling out the inconsistencies in her story. They claimed that she wasn't just stretching the truth, she was twisting it completely. And this wasn't the first time her accusations were met with skepticism. Previously, Blake had also accused one of Justin's producing partners of doing something inappropriate. She claimed that he had shown her something disturbing and offensive. But when the full story came out, it turned out to be nothing more than an artistic photograph. A heartfelt image of the producer, his wife, and their newborn baby after a home birth. Once again, Blake's version of events didn't match reality. At this point, the case had taken a serious turn. One thing was clear, this case was far from over. Hollywood reacts, a story that won't die. With each passing day, new details keep emerging. Hollywood insiders have been shocked by the revelations. While some still support Blake, others believe she made a huge mistake by pushing this case forward. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni isn't backing down. He's coming out swinging, determined to clear his name. And Megyn Kelly? She's not letting up either. She's made it clear that she will continue exposing every inconsistency in Blake's story until the truth is fully revealed. With TMZ releasing more behind-the-scenes evidence, it's becoming harder and harder for Blake to maintain control of the narrative. But what happens next? Will Blake finally address the contradictions in her story? Will Justin reveal even more damaging evidence? And will Megyn Kelly continue digging up every single receipt to prove that Blake has been lying? One thing is for sure, this story is far from over. Stay tuned, because this courtroom drama is only getting started. Blake Lively's Hollywood battle escalates. Justin Baldoni strikes back. The drama surrounding Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni is getting messier by the day, and Hollywood can't look away. What started as an accusation has now spiraled into a full-blown legal war, with shocking evidence, leaked texts, and courtroom meltdowns. At first, it seemed like Blake had control over the narrative. She accused Justin of crossing the line on set, claimed she was uncomfortable, and insisted she was a victim. But then TMZ released video footage that completely contradicted her claims. Suddenly, things weren't so clear anymore. Now, Justin isn't just defending himself, he's fighting back. And he's not alone. Megyn Kelly, known for her no-nonsense approach to scandals, has been digging deep into this case. She's exposing inconsistencies in Blake's story, calling her out for twisting the truth, and showing the world a very different side of the actress. But if you thought things couldn't get any crazier, think again. Because now, Justin has officially countersued Blake, and he's coming out swinging. Justin Baldoni's countersuit, a fight for his reputation. After months of legal battles and endless public scrutiny, Justin decided to take action. He filed a lawsuit against Blake, claiming that her accusations weren't just false, they were a calculated attempt to destroy his reputation. According to his legal team, Blake's allegations were not about justice. They were about power and control. She allegedly manipulated the media, leaked false information, and twisted events to make herself look like the victim. But why would she do that? Justin's lawyers argue that Blake had a hidden motive. Behind the scenes, there were major creative disagreements on the film set. Blake allegedly wanted full control over the project, rewriting scenes, changing direction, and even making demands that weren't part of her job. Justin, on the other hand, wasn't willing to hand over that control. And that's when things got ugly. His legal team claims that when Blake didn't get her way, she turned against him. And instead of settling their differences professionally, she decided to go public with damaging accusations. But Justin isn't letting it slide. In his countersuit, he accuses Blake of trying to ruin his career and is demanding serious damages. The biggest bombshell? He says she deliberately leaked details to the New York Times before she even filed a lawsuit, proving she wanted to shape public perception from the very beginning. Blake, accused of controlling the media narrative. One of the biggest twists in this case is how the media got involved. For months, Blake was able to control the headlines. Major news outlets framed her as a victim, pushing her narrative without much question. But once Megyn Kelly started exposing evidence, everything changed. Kelly wasn't afraid to point out the gaps in Blake's story. She asked the tough questions. Why did Blake seem fine in the leaked footage if she was uncomfortable? Why did her private messages sound flirty instead of fearful? Why was she trying so hard to suppress evidence? And that's when something interesting happened. Blake started backtracking. Her legal team suddenly requested a gag order to stop Justin from speaking publicly about the case. But why would she want to silence him? According to Justin's attorneys, it's because she knows more evidence is coming, and it won't be in her favor. Megyn Kelly didn't hold back when discussing Blake's sudden change in approach. If she's telling the truth, why is she so desperate to keep people quiet?